gear.
Hi guys, CymenSniped here and welcome to the channel. Today I'd like to introduce and share my thoughts about this recently released game called Final Gear. If you played this game too, do let me know if you like it or not and why in the comment section below. So here's a quick review for you to decide if this game is worth sinking your time into. Let's get into it. So Final Gear is a PvE-centric mobile game which revolves around waifu operators and mechs. These operators are the units that you'll pull on banners, and the equipment are equivalent to your mech parts. How the mech your waifu pilots look like is what you have equipped on her, which is pretty cool, I might add. Since it's mainly a PvE game, there are currently a few modes you can play on, one in which you may help or receive help from other players. The modes available in the game right now are the story missions, daily missions, and event stages, most in which you may auto or manually play during combat. Just to show you how a usual stage actually looks like, let's go try this defense mode. So in every single mission, you are allowed to actually allocate 1 to 2 teams, at least at this point in the game, to actually execute the mission. So you can actually just avoid all this trouble by just using auto deploy. They will just automatically place your preset teams already into these slots. So you want to always have a look at the entire map of what the general objective is, and although they didn't really state it very clearly what you need to do, you can actually check out what are the victory and failure conditions right here. So for this particular defense mission case, you basically need to eliminate all the enemies, or you lose when the enemy actually occupies any single base. So in the map itself, you will only see just one base for now. So technically speaking, as long as you can cover this base, the enemies will come straight to you and they'll try to occupy this space. So there really isn't anything that you can do, but what you can do with the auto feature in other missions is you select a single unit, you click on auto, you select a single unit, you can actually drag them to every single point in the map, and then it will travel according to how you design its route. So you just have to reset it. Let's say you don't like it, just click it again, and then you see set the routes where you want them to go. So it isn't the best, easiest auto mode out there, but it's definitely something at least. So let's get the mission started. Since there's really no need to auto, I have both the only entryways to the defense base covered as well. You just have to begin the battle. So then you can also speed the game up by 2 times to 4 times, but only in this mode, not in battle. So they're actually trickling towards the units right now. So then this happens, and if you're in auto mode, basically you can just ignore it, and then mission will begin. So in a battle, you have a total up to 4 mechs. The formation available, basically you can get to choose if you're in auto mode, is either one of these 3. This one, the first one, technically just focus fires your enemy the best you can. The second one makes you stay in the formation you set. And the third one basically tells the team to do evasive maneuvers, although they're not very intuitive, but they do move out of the way of any AoE damages that the enemy is trying to do. So it's pretty simple at this point. You don't really need to manual, but there are some boss fights that it's better if you manual in the raid modes. But other than that, you can just keep it all on auto. These switches down here allows your team to actually turn off and on the auto skill, which is charged up through normal attacks. So there is one battle done. You just click next, you get some loot, and then you end it. Now the good thing about this game as well is that it is so auto-friendly. Technically speaking, you can just play the game and do something else at the same time. Or if you enjoy something that is very much casual, where you don't really need to rack your brain thinking of what to do, how to min-max, or how to complete the stage with a lot of different types of mechanics, this is definitely one entertaining game to play. And that's it for the entire mission. So once you complete it, at the end of it, they give you a summary. They show you what type of characters you actually got during the particular mission. So as you can see, there's also these 4 little things here. So every single time you actually participate in either one of these missions, they will gain a certain amount of EXP, and once they reach the next level, you probably get some sort of bonus from there. And that's it for a stage gameplay. There are also dispatch missions available, so you'll be farming something during your downtime away from the game. All in all, that is pretty much what the game has to offer and what you can play in the game in the general sense. So let's talk about the gacha system. You can spend tickets or the game's premium currency to pull on banners. As far as we know, the SSR drop rates on banners so far is known to be 2.5%, which is fairly decent compared to most gacha games. The game also allows you to rank up characters with duplicate copies which are converted to shards, so it makes sense that lower rarity units can reach their max potential much quicker than an SSR unit. I'm gonna say it right now. If you want to know whether or not it's a game you enjoy, you'll need to first know what you expect from the game and not what the game has to offer you first. Like every other gacha games, there are a ton of units with unique skills, roles, and modifiers. Some perform better in certain modes and vice versa. Hence, there isn't a need to compete and compare what's the top tier unit as much. If you'd like to have a breeze going through its content, there are tier lists out there and that can tell you who to go for. However, the way I see it, having top tier units only means you have an easier time tackling content and maybe in a shorter span of time. But what I want to point out to your attention is that even if you play the game without the tier list and build your own roster to your own theory crafting or just plain simping, you will be able to still complete every content and still have a great time because this game does not force a competitive need into your players' habits. If there are ever a game that can do that, it's a PvE focused game like this or any others who have similar objectives. So if you're looking for a game where you can play however you like and not become a meta slave, this is the game for you. My final verdict for the game is a 7 out of 10 with the seal of approval for a game worth playing for me. It is quite a free-to-play friendly game so far, and like I said, it's a PvE centric game, so you do not need to spend a dime at all and will still be able to enjoy the game regardless. If you'd like videos like these, do leave a like and let me know in the comment section what other games you'd like for me to cover in the future. Until the next video, enjoy the game. Bye!